It is my pleasure to share with you the story of a princess who was buried alive alongside 9 other virgins in exchange for victory. She was a princess with a golden heart. A long time ago, in the ancient Igala kingdom, the king, late Oma Idoko, that is the Ata of Igala, had a girl child called Inikpi, who was the only daughter of the king. Inikpi was remembered by the Igala people as a princess who was not only beautiful but also had a heart of gold. Despite being the only daughter of her father, she was loved by her people. She never portrayed herself as a princess despite having a lot of maidens and servants around her. Still yet, she did all her domesticated work herself. In fact, the way she interacted with the community so very well that she helped them to solve their problems. She tells stories to children at night. All the children loved her humility, her ways of life, and they admired her so very much. In fact, her father was so proud of her that the people nicknamed her Inikpi or Madada, meaning her father's beloved. She taught the community of Igala love, kindness, respect. The king loved his daughter so much and was so proud of her that the entire kingdom knew about this. But something unfortunate happened. During the 15th and 16th century, the Igala people were at loggerhead with the ancient Benin kingdom. What caused the war, you may ask? It was said that the Igala people usually paid royalties to the Jukun kingdom, that is the part of Benin kingdom, in form of palm oil yearly. But when the Ata of Igala ascended the throne, things changed. In fact, he wanted independence. They didn't want to be under the Benin kingdom anymore. And instead of sending palm oil yearly to the Jukuns, they sent bowls filled with feces instead of oil to the Jukun. This caused anger and war among them. The brooding war caused Igala land to become unsafe, farmlands being taken over by the enemies, and the stream poisoned. The Igala kingdom were consistently invaded by the Benin warriors, and they had plans to wipe out the people entirely. The kingdom lived in fear of the Benin warriors for many years. They were often terrorized, including poisoning their streams, sudden attacks on the day and night, and laying siege to their farmland. When the people could not bear the hunger anymore because a lot of starvation, hunger were already going on in the Igala land, people gathered together and lamented that they could not endure the pain that had befallen them as a result of the constant attack. They all cried out to the king, who decided to do something. Then the king, that is the Ata, consulted the oracle. It was proclaimed that a reversal of their misfortune and victory in the war could only come when the princess, that is the only daughter of the king, is buried alive. Shocking, isn't it? As a father, would you risk burying your only daughter to save your community? In fact, that decision turned Ata around. The king was broken and shattered. He was not himself and spoke less to anyone for about 7 days. This disturbed the princess because she didn't know her father to be withdrawn. Since she was the closest to her father, she tried to find out why her father suddenly changed after consulting the oracle. After a series of so many questions, the king finally told the princess about the oracle's decree. The princess was shocked at the sacrifice. What is she going to do? She was torn in between so many things. The princess, who loved her father and her people so much as they loved her, could not bear the thought of holding up the solution that could save Igala land. After some few minutes, Princess Inikpi, who did not object, she didn't fight about it. She agreed to be sacrificed and set off voluntarily to the bank of the river Niger, which shocked the community because they never expected the princess to agree. Her acceptance to be sacrificed brought mourning across the land, especially from Omele, her mother. She was sad, disappointed, angry. She went to meet their father, that is the Ata of Igala, asking him whether the oracle can reverse it and get another person instead. How can you allow this to happen? How can you allow our only child, whom you love so very much, to be sacrificed? But Princess Inikpi's father told her that there is nothing I can do about it. It is a very hard decision, but she had to make it to save the people of Igala community. You don't love our daughter the way I love her, but it is a decision by the gods to avert more evil and woes. Look around the community. There are famines everywhere, starvation, children dying, mothers dying. People can't go to market without fear of being attacked. In fact, we live in perpetual fear day and night. Princess Inikpi had to be sacrificed. Omele, the mother, in tears, finally agreed to let her daughter go. It was indeed a hard decision. The sacrifice was a costly one, very expensive indeed. However, it was going to make peace reign again in Igala land. On the set day, the princess proceeds to the place where she was to be buried alive. Some historians recorded that it was by the big river bank, which is today called River Niger, while some said it was at the Ida Market Square. Whichever place she was buried may not be clear, but what is clear as of it today was that the treasured Princess Inikpi was buried alongside with 9 virgin slaves who would help her in the journey to the afterlife, as believed by the Igala people. After the death of the princess, the king was devastated, and the people who were still in shock at the princess' decision praised her. Although it was an expensive and painful sacrifice, when the Benin warriors returned for war with the community, something terrifying happened. They saw the whole town in flames. Surprised and confused at what they saw, they retreated, feeling that there was no need taking the war to a place already on fire. However, the kingdom was not in flames. Rather, it was the blood of Inikpi that saved them. Until this day, the Igala people still honored the role played by the princess in averting the destructions and bringing peace to Igala land. In her honor, many of the land indigenes named their daughters after the princess Inikpi. Also, a statue of the princess stands where a place at Ega in Ida, which is considered the Igala traditional headquarters today. Till today, the late Princess Inikpi, who was sacrificed so that the Igalas might live, remained the unifying factor in Igala land. For this, the Igala people are forever grateful to Princess Inikpi for her sacrifice and act of heroism. So, anytime you take a visit to Nigeria, Kogi State, and you visit Ida, you will see the statue of Princess Inikpi, who was being erected there. In fact, it serves as a national monument and also a historian value to people. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please kindly give this video a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button and also turn on your post notification so that whenever I upload any beautiful, interesting stories, you will be among the first to watch it. Thank you very much for watching and do have a lovely day ahead. Bye-bye.